Hey guys, it's Carlos, here to bring you another episode of my To-Go Tactics series. Today we're going to be talking about targets of opportunity and, more importantly, target priority. If you don't know what target priority is by now, then you haven't been playing Blitz for very long. Basically, it all comes down to what are the targets of opportunity that you see in front of you. The lower health tanks that should be focused first, the ones that are the greatest threat to you, maybe the ones that have line of sight. Target priority goes hand in hand with map awareness. If you've mastered the ability to be map aware, you should be able to identify which targets are an immediate threat, and which targets are an immediate threat to your teammates. When you're able to do that, you're able to successfully single out other tanks on the battlefield and make it easier for your team to succeed in the long run. Target priority should go by a few principles. You should be targeting tanks that are the highest tier, the closest threat to you, ones that have line of sight, tanks that have the lowest health, and any that are rushing or isolating themselves.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Like in this clip now, flankers are also a top priority and should also be focused as soon as possible, because it's creating a pincer move and a crossfire into your allies. Right now, my priority is to defend our flank. There are 4 red tanks over there, 3 light tanks, and 1 heavy tank. Our T-25 AT and our M6 are going to go down soon, but what I can do is use my opportunity that I have where they are not focusing me in order to put some good damage in. I know that to the front of our push there are 2 KV-1Ss and an SU-152 that's unspotted right now, but they are focused on another one of our tanks. At this moment, I am needed here to alleviate some of the pressure that these light tanks and this heavy tanks are building up. But as you can see, I still look for targets of opportunity, like this KV-1S who's rushing and is on low health. Remember, always try to take out the low health targets first. As you can see, that SP1C to the right is low health, and that LTTB is low health. The LTTB is a fantastic light tank, and I know that I need to take him out of the battle, or he could circle strafe our SU-152 on our team. So, I move over here to see if I can kill him and potentially circle the other SU-152 on the enemy team. Right now, I'm not being greedy. I'm not damage hunting. I'm using the opportunity I have to remain unspotted and let my partner in the SU-152 over there spot him back up and take his attention off me. I get one good shot into him here, and then I let the SU-152 on my team engage. As you can see, I'm using the opportunity of another tank on my team in order to put some good damage in. My SU-152 gets a really good roll into him, and I move up to finish him off. At this point, my allies have done a good job holding the T-29 and the SP-1C back on the other flank. My job now is to come in and single out one of the tanks in order to finish him off and bring it down to a 1v2. As I'm sitting here, the tank I'm approaching first is the T-29, but truly, since they are both very low health, I could have singled either one of them out. But the important part is to single one of them out, because you don't want to be facing 2 at once, considering 2 guns are going to be more damaging than your 1 gun. As you can see, we're moving into our second battle. I'm bottom tier in this one, so focusing top tier tanks and keeping my top tier tanks alive is going to be a major priority for me. Seeing as our team has me and another medium, I figure we should go ahead and go to caves and try to hold them off as long as we can. At this point, I'm not going to rush as I usually would. I would usually go full into caves, but considering my tier situation and the fact that I'm a very squishy light tank, I'm going to hold back and support as best I can. Our T-44 is pushed up into caves fully, where I usually would take if I was top tier. At this point, my main priority should be helping him focus whoever comes into caves. At this point, the Edelweiss is playing it not terribly, but also not very well. He's staying within the support of his allies, so if our T-44 overextends, or if I overextend, they can catch us out. That is why I'm not pushing up to come around the corner over there, because there's an Su-152, a T-32, an Edelweiss, and another T-32 over there. Instead, I'm supporting an ambush here. Unfortunately, at this point, I do get caught out a bit, and as you can see, I'm focusing the person who has line of sight to me. As the T-62 moves out of line of sight, I notice that one of my teammates is getting rushed, and my priority now is to help my teammate stay alive. He's one of our top tiers, and this is one of their top tier tanks, so this is going to be my only priority at the moment. He should also use this as a target of opportunity. Right now, the T-32 could easily take me down if he was focusing me, but since his focus is fully on the T-44, I'm able to take him down and then attack the next target. You should always be taking the advantages you can. If you're in a light tank versus a heavy, your advantage in that engagement is your speed and your mobility. If you're facing a light tank, your advantage is going to be your positioning. Now, as far as the situation right now, there's plenty of heavy tanks to deal with the Su-152 and the Type 62 over there. I need to help my Caernarvon reset the cap at this point because I'm sure many of you guys have seen it's very easy to lose by cap when you have a team full of potatoes. And seeing as you can't tell because there's no mods to be installed on Blitz Mobile, there's no way to tell if your team is anywhere near competent. So I rush back to base and defend as best I can. As you can see, my next target of opportunity is the light tank who decided to rush down here and try to stop him. After taking him out, my goal right now is to support my IS-3 defender and help him take out the T-32 and the T-43. He's put himself in a bit of a bad situation because he's face-hugging the T-32 and the T-43 has side shots. But if I come in and help him take out the T-32, the T-43 can be focused by the rest of our team. And as you can see, I'm using the fact that he's focused on another one of my teammates to get plenty of damage into him, and we're trading massive blows into him for very minor damage into the IS-3 defender. I just want to take the opportunity to update you guys on my current YouTube situation. At the moment, I'm trying to find a lot of people to get videos done with, so if you're interested, please hit me up on Discord. My email that you can add me on is themagicmanpierce@gmail.com. If you'd like to message me in-game, I have changed my in-game name to fit my YouTube name, so my in-game name is now BatchatBegins from the Atlas clan. So, as we move on to talk about target priority a bit more in depth. As you can see, a lot of those heavy tanks that were higher tier were focusing other tanks on my team. What you need to do if you're in a light tank or a medium tank or even a heavy tank that's lower tier, you need to make sure that you're in a situation that'll help you succeed, whether it be the hills or whatnot, your terrain that's giving you the advantage, or you being near your team that's giving you the advantage. What you need to do is engage so that you can single them out and take the least amount of damage for the most amount of damage traded to them. As you can see, we're in another tier 8 game. I don't know anybody on either team at this point, minus the TFL clan, but I barely know them at all. That's the problem. So I don't know anybody to trust right now. So my main plan is to go where I usually go, the medium tank lane. But as you can see, everyone's spreading out, so I'm going to have to be super cautious. If I see someone, I'm not going to be able to engage him. I'm going to have to passive spot. At this point, using my map awareness, I can tell that their entire enemy team has gone up to the higher section of the map. So what I'm going to do is let my binoculars engage, and then I'm going to start engaging targets on their team from a distance where they cannot see me. Using target prioritization, I'm attacking the targets that are in the open and that I can shoot easily. This means that I might have to settle for lower tier targets, but that is okay as long as I'm putting damage in. But as you can see right now, we're being flanked, so I have to switch my priority to this LTTB, seeing as he's the closest and that he has line of sight to me. Plus he has line of sight to my allies. And considering this is a flank, he's going to be my target of opportunity and my target priority at this very moment. It's at this moment right here where I notice my Panther is being rushed by the FCM-50T. I can no longer chase the LTTB because I need to kill this medium tank. He is not focused on me, and he's a higher tier tank, meaning that he has my full focus at this moment. After finishing him off, it's time to move up and try to help the rest of the team. The closest tank that I can actually see is going to be the LTTB. So, I start to try to focus him, but he's just beyond some terrain, using that mobility of his. So what I need to do here is put myself in the middle to attempt to save my heavy tanks and make a crossfire, meaning that every tank on the enemy team is going to be a bit more afraid to push up because of the DPM advantage that we're going to have. Right now, the Type 59 is a great annoyance to my IS-6, so I'm using the fact that he's turned around backwards to me to get some shots into his backside and make him a one-shot for the IS-6. My target priority here is the T-34, but the KV-3, who is closer, starts pushing up, so I have to start focusing him. He's also higher health, but I tried to get the T-34 in order to save my allies some hit points. Now, my goal is to keep his focus on me, and I'm going to try to snipe his cupola and make sure that my allies have shots into him. As the final guy dies, our final round comes to a close. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you have any more questions about target priority or targets of opportunity, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Also, if you'd like to suggest another topic for to-go tactics, feel free to leave that in the comments below as well. Guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and favorite, and I will see you in the next video. This is Carlos, and I'm out.